Welcome, Aries. This is your August tarot and oracle card reading. Thank you so much for being here. And if you feel called to do so, don't forget to subscribe, share, and comment down below. And I also have some private readings. I have some spots available in my schedule. So there's an Etsy link down below in the description if any of you are needing extra guidance or have questions or wanting that one-on-one. It's not a live reading. It is a pre-recorded reading, so it'll just get sent to your email there. So that option is available for you in the description box below. Okay, so this month is really fun for you, Aries. I'm excited. And actually, I've been really liking the energy for all of the signs that I've done so far. I think that this month is going to be all about expression. Your artistic expression, your creative expression, or even just expressing your natural talents and gifts and skills. But it's also about curiosity. I feel like it kind of has this childlike wonderment to it for you, Aries. It's also, for some of you, it may even be you kind of returning to things that you once loved to do, things that used to inspire you or help you to make you come alive when you were a kid. And I feel like in the month of August, there's going to be a strong focus on that. So whatever it is for you, I feel like you're going to kind of put that energy this month towards it, and I'm not really seeing that it's for the purpose of really, you're not looking for anything to come out of it other than just connecting with yourself. You're not trying to make a business out of it. You're not necessarily trying to make money off of it, or there's really no end goal. It's more about expression. It's more about connecting with yourself. For some of you, for example, I saw, kind of learning about something historical. So if you were interested in dinosaurs when you were a kid, so maybe going to the library or looking up or watching a documentary about dinosaurs just for the sake of watching a documentary about dinosaurs. There's no end goal. So it's kind of more about expression and connecting with yourself and enjoying yourself. It's going to be less about other people and more about you kind of coming home to yourself and kind of really feeling at one with what you love to do and what you're interested on a soul level. So I think that's really healing too for some. It's, especially if we often feel like we're being pulled in many different directions, and we put a lot of pressure on ourselves to be something or to kind of fill some kind of outward expectation. I feel like in August, there's less judgment. There's less really being too concerned about what other people think and more about what do I like and what am I interested in? Why does everything have to amount to something? Why can't I just have fun? Why can't I just enjoy myself? So I feel like in August, I see you, Aries, giving yourself permission to do that. So I really like that. It's really cool. Okay, what do we have coming up for Aries in the month of August? Here we go. Oh, wow, beautiful. 10 of Pentacles. Very nice. I love that. Yeah, okay. So Page of Swords is actually kind of what I was just talking about. It has this exploratory, kind of this discovering and researching and developing. And I think that the 10 of Pentacles to me almost feels more like building, it could be financial abundance. It could be stability, having that prosperity. But I feel like I'm getting the sense with the 10 of Pentacles that it's deeper than that. And it's more than that. That it's more than just feeling like you're stable. It's more than just feeling like you have everything together. I think that there's this desire to want to feel like you are present in your life and really connected with yourself and really enjoy your life. Like there's this enjoyment, there's this fulfillment sense that I can sense that Aries is desiring this month. Like what will help me to feel like what's missing in my life and what do I need more of it? So I feel like with the 10 of Pentacles, there's more of this sense of fulfillment, more than just, just kind of having, the right education or kind of having like the right, the amount of money that I need. I feel like it's more about fulfillment and wholeness this month. Where do I feel like there's some missing pieces and where can I explore that? And I feel like that's the Page of Swords kind of assisting you in that this month. So there's this exploring, researching, kind of going back and, returning to a place of wonderment and chasing your curiosities. I love that came up because that's very, and here I go dropping cards again. I'm sorry. Give me 2 seconds here. Okay. 2 of Wands. I heard connections. So some of you may be forming new connections with people. Maybe some of you are wanting to collaborate. I'm hearing expansion, wanting to expand. So maybe for some of you, if you are in business or kind of, have like a creative project or wanting to kind of put yourself out there and wanting to expand, maybe you're also wanting to expand your life. I'm hearing some of you want to open up your social circles as well. Like you want to kind of meet new people or you want to open up the horizons. So there's this sense of wanting to expand and grow and taking things to the next level. Wow, okay. So in the past, we have the High Priestess and the Lovers here. Okay. And this is in your past position. There could have been something with relationships that I feel like there's something in relationships from the past that kind of helped you to spark this inner, not mastery, but I mean, it could be mastery, it could be, but it kind of helped you to learn more about yourself. So there's something that is in terms of friendships, or I feel like it's love. I do feel like it's like a love partnership, a relationship with another person that I feel like there was a very significant and karmic that kind of inspired like this Queen of Cups energy here. And Queen of Cups is this emotional, I want to say mastery, because that's the word that keeps coming up for me is emotional mastery. But it's also like knowing yourself on like a deeper level, like knowing the High Priestess, I always associate with our shadows. Like it's the deeper part of us. It's our subconscious. And it kind of brings out things about us that we didn't know. Like it helps with that inner exploration. So I feel like you're coming from this place of, maybe discovering something different about yourself or discovering something new about yourself. I kind of feel like you're coming out of this place of knowing yourself better. I feel like you just came from this stage of kind of doing this inner work. And I feel like a relationship kind of might have catalyzed that. I think that's the word I'm looking for, catalyze that inner growth. Okay, what do we have coming up for Aries in the future? Future events. Wow, 10 of Cups. Beautiful. So there's some emotional fulfillment here. Yeah, I keep hearing the word fulfillment, expression. I think you're really going to enjoy this month. Oh, wow. We have the Wheel of Fortune in your present emotions. So there's a shift. There is a giant shift happening for you. And I'm going to look deeper into these cards with the clarifying cards. Yeah, it feels like you're coming out of somewhat of a difficult situation or something that has been weighing heavily on you. And I feel like that stage is ending, especially because we have the Wheel of Fortune in your present emotions. So you're kind of in this midst of a shift and a change. And I really feel like you're going to start to feel this fulfillment. And I think that this in August, when I was referring to earlier about, kind of returning to things that you were interested or, expanding your horizons, meeting new people, I feel like that will facilitate this change. That will help bring about, this fulfillment or it will help facilitate the shift, if that makes sense. It feels like there's kind of some heaviness that's being put behind you. Wow, we have a lot of major arcana cards. Emperor. Wow, okay. The 9 of Wands. Yeah, okay. So I really do feel like you're coming out of a difficult situation here because we have the 9 of Wands at the bottom, which is setting boundaries. It's also kind of taking away like the difficult lessons that we've learned from our past. And then we also have the 10 of Wands in our environmental sphere. So maybe for some of you, you're feeling like there's a heavy burden, there's too much to carry. I am sensing that for the 10 of Wands, that you're carrying a lot from your past, that it could be weighing you down. So there could be memories, there could be just these residual emotions and I want to say the word traumas, but just like things that have been difficult to process. And so sometimes like they kind of travel with us. And I think that in the month of August, you may be invited to kind of help yourself to put those down, to put some things that are not, they're just going to kind of weigh you down instead of serving you or helping you. And I feel like you may find that you're going to give yourself permission to let go of some things. Okay, clarifying card for the Page of Swords. 5 of Earth, yeah. Okay, so some of you might also be wanting to create more abundance in your life. You're wanting to create, there could have been a sense of loss. There could have been a sense of, something is missing, or you could have, lost out on some money here. I love that it's actually clarifying the 10 of Pentacles and the Page of Swords here, because I think that, there's like this, what's motivating it is this sense of like, I feel like something is missing and I want to complete it. Or there could have been some kind of financial loss or something has shifted in the career sphere. Something could have shifted in the work sphere, where something may not have been fulfilling for you anymore. And it's time to change, or it's time to move. Something along those lines. These are general readings, so sometimes it's hard to pinpoint exactly what the situation is because you're reading for so many people, but it has that undertone to it, that there's some kind of loss or unfulfillment in the work sphere. And so there's this catalyzing or motivation to kind of look elsewhere or to find those missing pieces. King of Earth, yeah, wow. Yeah, there's like a searching. There's a searching for stability. There's a searching for wanting to create your own life for yourself. So maybe I'm hearing that for some of you, you could have been coming from a place where you put a lot of your energy and a lot of your focus on other people. And I'm kind of feeling being drawn back to the Lovers and the High Priestess here, where it could have been that you put other people before you. So if you were in a love relationship, it could have been there was a lot of energy expended onto the other person, and where it often left you felt very depleted and not very nourished. So it could be a relationship like that you're coming out of. Yeah, Ace of Air. So I feel like this energy is clearing. I really like the Ace of Air, actually. It's a clarity card. It clears away all the clutter. It makes things crystal clear. So I feel like, that is something that you were able to see in hindsight now. So if it's something that, a relationship that you left, you could be looking back and reflecting back on it and seeing how much energy you were giving to other people or to a relationship that was not giving anything back to you. And I think that kind of catalyzed this search for, who am I and what am I worth? And, where do I want to put my energy here on out? And I feel like that's what the Queen of Cups is. Queen of Cups is this emotional maturity. It's this nurturing. It has a caring energy. It has a sweetness to it, but it has like this empathy. It has this emotional empathy. And I'm hearing also the word forgiveness. So emotional forgiveness towards oneself. There's an emotional healing that kind of took place here. Oh, wow. Oh my goodness. Queen of Water is the same card as the Queen of Cups. So that is, I love that that's clarifying that. So there is this I keep hearing the word forgiveness. So emotional forgiveness. There's this forgiveness towards oneself, and maybe even forgiveness towards other people, if that's where you are at, if you're in that place to be able to do that. Sometimes it's not so easy to be in that place to forgive, depending on what has transpired. But I think that there is this freedom. I'm hearing freedom, like emotional freedom, that you are giving yourself as a gift. You're gifting yourself that. That's so beautiful. I love that. And I love that the Queen of Cups was clarified by the Queen. Our Queen of Water was clarified by the Queen of Cups. It's beautiful. Yeah. Okay. 10 of Cups. Clarifying card for the 10 of Cups here. I'm hearing leave the past behind. Don't hold on to it. Don't carry it with you. Because there is something, I do sense that Aries, you're moving into there's some new doors opening. And there's like some things that you just can't take with you. And I'm not hearing, he's saying that you want to take it with you even. Like it's something that, I'm kind of done with this stage, or I'm kind of done with this place in my life, and I'm ready to kind of move on to, the next chapter or the next stage. I do see, Aries, that you're looking forward to the future. Like you're looking on. You're not hanging on too much. Or at least that's a place that you want to get yourself to. Like you're wanting to get to that space. Yeah, new beginnings. I love that, new beginnings. So kind of reestablishing what you want for yourself now. A lot of major arcana cards. So I think August is a significant month for you, Aries. And I think that you're going to spend a lot of it with yourself. You're going to spend a lot of it kind of just focused in on yourself and reassessing, realigning, setting new goals, kind of recalibrating where you want to go from here. So it's going to be a significant month. It's going to offer you like a blank slate and ask you, okay, so given what you know now or where you are in your life, where do we want to go from here? And what do we want to manifest from here? And I can see that, I think for some of you, that you're definitely wanting you want to expand especially in your work, in your career, creativity, or whatever stability or foundations you're trying to build for yourself, that I can sense that there's this independence. Like you want to be able to take care of yourself. Maybe for some of you, you were dependent on other people. And so now you're kind of in this place where you want to depend on yourself. So there's this empowerment that is coming through in August. And I feel like that's going to motivate you. And I feel like that's the 5 of Earth as well. There's this, I never want to feel this loss, or I never want to feel like vulnerable, that other people have control over my finances, or other people have control over, how my life goes, or the trajectory of my life. So I want to take control of that. So there's an emotional mastery too, as well. There's a healing here. There's this, kind of allowing yourself to let things go with the 10 of Wands here, like allowing yourself to put that weight down, knowing there's like a wisdom to this as well. There's like a, I know that if I hold on to all of this weight, it's only going to hurt me, that I'm going to just end up doing myself a disservice by holding on to the anger, the resentment, the stories that I'm telling myself. Or at least I'm going to, kind of do the work to see if I can relieve myself of these burdens, if I can start over again. And then I kind of see you transitioning into this, okay, I have a new chapter, I have a new path, and I'm ready to kind of dream again. Or at least explore what I want for myself, even if you don't know, even if you're just kind of like, I don't know, I'm spent and I don't know where to go from here. I think that that's okay. That's an okay place to be, because it will, like, as you start kind of just start walking on that path, you'll start to find things that you're interested in. You'll start to find new desires that you have. I feel like your desires are changing. Like what you wanted before is not so much what you want now. You want different things now for your life. Wow. My goodness. Wheel of Fortune, Tower, significant change. This is a month of significant change. Foundations breaking down. Tower is just, things breaking down of just what's not working anymore, or whatever is not resonating with you. Tower, I always associate with like it's almost as if it's like a house that's so unlivable that you have no choice but to get out. Otherwise it's just going to fall on you. It's going to collapse. It's that type of thing. It's kind of like you're being forced to move. Like and I think that for some of you, it's kind of like the spirit is forcing you to move out of whatever it is that you're in. Like you're being kind of, like, even if there's a bit of resistance there, it's kind of like you're going to be kind of really forced to move out of it. I want to pick one more card here, another clarifying card for the Wheel of Fortune and Tower card here, please. I'm hearing resistance. So maybe some of you are being resistant to wanting to move out of this space because there could be or are having a difficult time with the changes. And I'm hearing retreat. Frequent retreats will be helpful in this transition. Because I know that not all transitions are easy. Some of them are very difficult. And so I think that it's like a storm that we kind of have to just allow it to just pass. So I think that what I'm hearing is that kind of find things throughout your days to help you to recalibrate and reground yourself, and take it moment by moment to allow yourself to feel good or feel a bit to soothe yourself in a healthy way. Significant changes. Wow. It's a big month. This is actually a very, it's interesting. This month, for the signs that I've read for so far, it feels like a very significant month, but it has this really nice energy to it. I like the energy of August. It has there's like a renewal to it. There's this renewal refreshing of energy. And it feels really different from the last year and a half, I want to say. Messenger of fire. I'm hearing whatever sparks your creativity is going to really help with this transition here. So stay creative, like whatever kind of brings out. And if you're someone that doesn't have a, you don't think that you're creative, or you don't feel like you have a knack for creative stuff, just kind of play around with things. You don't have to be a master at anything. Like, you don't have to be Picasso to just paint a picture, or just play around with some colors or something like that. Like, you don't have to show anyone. It's for your own self. It's for you. It's for you to be able to express the creativity. It's for you to be able to bring that side of you out, because there's something there. And it'll be different for each of you, but there's something that will kind of like spark. It will kind of help balance out the energy. It will kind of help you to kind of get out of the mind. It'll help to get out of the thinking space. Because you might have a tendency to kind of think a lot, like ruminate a lot on, all the things that you have to do, or all the things that have been. So it will be really beneficial this month. I'm seeing that creativity and artistic expression will be very helpful in navigating through any difficult changes or transitions this month, if you find yourself in them. Hearing travel. Maybe travel will be really good for some of you. I see some of you kind of going on a drive, going on a road trip, specifically road trips. That's what I'm seeing. Not so much flying in a plane or even on a boat or anything like that. It's mostly going on road trips, kind of going on road trips to remote areas. You're processing things. Oops. Some new career opportunities for some of you since the 5. I just saw that the 5 of Earth kind of fell on top of the King of Earth and 2 of Wands. And I felt in that moment that when that happened was that for some of you, if you are traveling to like a new place, or you're kind of putting yourself out there for something, if some of you have some creative ideas, that you will be met well, like you'll be received well. And it has potential. It has a lot of potential for financial success and stability, enough for you to provide for yourself. And I'm hearing that it may not be something that you see right away, but it has potential. So just keep going with it. I feel like someone needed to hear that. I'm not sure what it is. So if some of you are kind of starting a new business, or you have like a product, or you could be just doing something just on the side, not realizing that, it actually has really big potential, but you're just kind of just playing around with it and seeing where it goes. So keep going with that, like go on that trajectory and kind of follow your intuition there, because it does feel like there's some creative idea or something that you're starting that kind of it's almost like you're not really thinking that it could really go somewhere. You're just kind of doing it just out of curiosity, but it really can go somewhere. So just kind of follow your creative instincts there. Okay, and so going back to the 10 of Wands, clarified by the Love card, I do really feel like, there is this need to emotionally release. There's also this release of responsibilities. I feel like there's some of you that might be taking on other people's problems, or you're taking on other people's crap, for the lack of a better word. Like, just kind of, you're carrying their weight for them. I'm hearing that for some of you, like some of you might just be, like maybe putting yourself to the side for other people. And I think that came up earlier too, when I was talking about relationships. So it could even be in friendships or with family or with loved ones or, partners, that sometimes we kind of tend to take on, we want to help them because we love them and we want to take on that responsibility. But I'm sensing strongly with the 10 of Wands that there's a lot of things that you're carrying that's not yours to carry. And it will require you to kind of have this self-love, love yourself enough to put it down, because it's only going to hinder you. And I think I said that before as well, that you're the one that ends up struggling, not them. Like other people will kind of drop their weight on you and they'll move on with their life. And you're the one who's going to get stuck carrying everybody's luggage. It has that kind of vibe to it. That's the image that I was seeing. So if for some of you, and again, this is not for all of you, this is a general reading. So if that's not you, that's okay. It doesn't have to apply to you. But I think for some of you, if that does resonate, like it's not going to help you. It's kind of like sinking you. So I think that in the month of August, the reason maybe I was also picking up on, kind of this return to the self, or return to things that you love and having that focus on you, is that it will help you to see how often that, you might be carrying or focusing too much on trying to help others and not enough on yourself. You could be neglecting yourself. And so in August, there could be this invitation or opportunities for you to be able to not neglect yourself and to take care of yourself. Self-care, I think, is going to be very important this month. And that takes courage. It does take bravery to do that, especially if it's something that we're in the habit of doing. Or if we learned that's kind of where we get our worth. Like that's what we do, is help people, or we're like taught to kind of ignore ourselves and put other people first. It's going to be a difficult thing to do, to kind of do the opposite, to challenge ourselves to do the opposite. But if you feel like, things haven't been going in the right direction in the way that you want them to, that you do feel depleted energetically, then kind of giving yourself, play around with it. Just play around with the idea, maybe even for a day in the month of August, of what would it feel like if for one day I allowed myself to put myself first and kind of just put everything else on hold for a second. How would I feel? So I see you kind of giving yourselves challenges like that. If I just did this today, what would happen? Okay. I'm kind of seeing that going off of what I just said, when I put the 7 of Earth down, it kind of feels like there is some things that we might have, we're kind of seeing the truth behind something. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's see here. Oh, wow. 10 of water. I love that. It's the same as 10 of cups here. So it is a lot of emotional fulfillment coming up. Okay, Hierophant is, essentially authority figures. It's kind of mainstream corporations, organizations. It could also be spirituality. It could be kind of like organized religions. It could be this... It could also be this connection to our spirituality and what we believe and what we connect with. I actually want to pull one more clarifying card here. Because there is something, it's almost like there's something that you're noticing. Something you're noticing this month or something that you're seeing clearly. Another clarifying card for the Hierophant and Seven of Earth. I think there's also there could be this breaking away from tradition. Wow. A lot of pentacles. A lot of pentacle cards for you this month. Some of you could also be wanting to join an organization, maybe like a spiritual organization, because it kind of feels like there's this admiration for it. Like there's this wanting to be a part of, I'm seeing like wanting to be a part of a group or wanting to be a part of something bigger. So maybe this month, that's where you have your eyes set on, wanting to be a part of something, some like organization or some group. I'm seeing like it's a group, like a charity group, or it could be like, like a team that does service. It could be like a clinic. Yeah, there's this undertone of collaborating. And I do feel like there is abundance here for you. And there's also something that you can offer. There is some skill or something that they will see as valuable. They will see that you have something to offer, something good to bring to the table. And it will be your key in, like, your foot in the door. You're getting your foot in the door for something. Yeah, so that's going to be a good month here. So for those of you that resonates with, something positive is going to happen from that. Like you're going to see that if there's like some organization or some group that you're applying for a job, or you want to volunteer, or you kind of want to be a part of something, there is like advances there. There's progress. Getting your foot in the door, getting the key, being a part of something, you have something to offer. They see you as valuable. They may also see you as someone who has something positive in terms of your knowledge and wisdom. Like you have a lot to bring to the table. So if anyone was looking for confirmation for that, that's your confirmation there. I really like that. That's really cool. Okay. The Emperor. And for your final outcome, you have the Emperor, Patience, Three of Water. Okay. Emperors are usually, they're kind of like the father figure in the tarot. They are authority. I feel like this is you, Aries. I feel like there is like a victory from this whole process that's happening. And you may not be able to feel it right now, but you're kind of coming into this place of kind of really getting to where you wanted to be for a very long time. Like you worked hard for it. It's like a long time coming. There is something that you've been building. There is something that you have been wanting to accomplish for a while. And now the 10 of Water makes a lot of sense. The 10 of Water and the 10 of Cups here, there is a fulfillment. And you had the 10 of Pentacles in the beginning as well, underneath all these cards here. That was like the very first card that came out. The 10 of Pentacles here. This is fulfillment. This is accomplishment. This is something coming to a close, something coming to an end. Like this trajectory or this path of building, and there's actually a strong undertone of accomplishment here. Something finally being accomplished, finally getting that job, finally getting that promotion, or finally, I'm seeing that finally getting the position that you wanted to be in. So for example, maybe some of you had to work years in a certain level, at a certain level or a certain position. And now you're getting promoted to that VP or that president or the CEO or something like that. Like you're in the seat that you've been wanting to be in. Or I'm hearing tenure. Maybe for some of you, you're getting tenure. So it's like a build of accomplishments, a build of hard work over the years that really required you to really stay patient and have faith in yourself. And there's a celebration, because 3 of Cups is celebration. Wow, this is beautiful. I have chills as I'm kind of looking at these cards and these cards here, the Hierophant with the 7 of Earth and 6 of Earth. There, for some of you, or maybe one of you, or there's a strong sense of accomplishment here. Or I'm also hearing that for some of you, if you're just kind of starting out on a path, whatever path you're starting on, stick with it, because it has the potential to get you to kind of like this Hierophant, the Emperor seat. It'll take time to build. It'll be something that you need to kind of chip away at slowly over time, but the potential for it is big. So a lot of fulfillment, emotional fulfillment, and a lot of financial fulfillment and stability. So some of you could be you could be in that full stage where you're just beginning on a path, and you're kind of, your goal is to become the Emperor or the King of Earth through the Hierophant, and have that 10 of Water, 10 of Pentacles energy. You want that accomplishment, that achieving that goal. So for those of you who are starting off on that path, this is kind of like the trajectory of where it could head. And for others of you who have reached this stage, who are celebrating, because I do see that some of you are celebrating this accomplishment, that now that things are changing, because you finished one leg of the journey. So now you're in this Wheel of Fortune, you're in this shift. And I think that with this shift here, things have to shift with it, right? So if a stage is ending, you're kind of moving on to another stage. That, there could be changes in relationships, you could be moving, that kind of thing. So then you're kind of also starting off on another fool's journey. So you have to start another chapter, just on another level. Yeah. Leveling up. In regardless of what stage you're in, there's a leveling up this month for Aries. This is a really cool reading. I like this. It's powerful. It's a powerful month. Okay, let's pick out some guidance cards here. Oops. Clear out the old. Yep. Yeah, I was seeing that too with the 10 of Wands here. There's just some things are just ready to go. You're ready to move on to something else. And there's some things that you just can't take with you. And there could be maybe a bit of guilt or feeling bad. Maybe you have to say goodbye to some people or kind of move on to something else, and that's requiring you to kind of let some things go. And with that comes this self-doubt or guilt or I feel bad. But I mean, but I think also at the same time, deep down that it's time to kind of move on. And then it's just part of the process. But there is it's time, and I'm being drawn to the clock here, and they're telling me that there's a clock here as well. There's actually a clock on her chest by her heart, and then I'm being drawn to the clocks. And, that's all about timing. It's time. That's what I'm hearing. It's time. So if, I don't know if, however that applies for some of you in your life where there's something, it's the right time to do something. If you're debating on, I'm not sure when to do this, it's time. And that, I feel like that will really clear up some energy. So if I kind of feel like for some of you, if you have been feeling stagnant in your energy or things kind of feel like they've been dragging, then it's going to be important for you to kind of clear out some of the energy because it will free up your space. Okay, what is Aries' challenge for this month of August 2021? What is Aries' challenge for the month of August? Ooh, truth. Okay. Telling the truth about how you really feel about things is what I heard. Telling the truth to others. Being honest. And I think and I'm hearing what that means. So maybe for some of you that it's, maybe you're hanging on to a relationship you really actually just kind of want to let it go. So maybe in the month of August, you're kind of finally telling the truth. And that's going to clear out a lot of that space. It's going to clear up the space for you to move on to something more. And this is your hope card, pleasure. That's what you have to look forward to in the month of August is pleasure. I really do see you. I really do see you enjoying this month. I think that you're going to have some things to celebrate. There's going to be some major accomplishments that you're going to celebrate. And I also think that you're going to spend some more time with yourself and focus on things that make you happy and things that make you come alive. Let's pick one more. What else can Aries look forward to in the month of August? Oh, I love this. This is one of my favorite cards. Abundance. Love that. And you have a lot of abundance cards here. We have a lot of pentacles. We have a lot of cups, 10 of cups, 10 of pentacles. We have six of pentacles. Those are really good cards. Those are good abundance cards. I am seeing that some of you, maybe from this promotion or this, this advancement in your career that, comes with a good pay raise. It comes with good money. But I'm also seeing that for some of you, again, with the Two of Wands, I'm seeing that some of you that your social circles are going to expand. So you may find that you have a lot more people, a bigger support team than you realize. You may find that, you have a lot more, I think, did I say support team? Yeah, support. Just wanted to say support. There's a refreshing energy to this month for you. Okay, what is Aries' animal? Wow, freedom is yours. I really feel like there is this financial freedom or financial stability, like you are free to kind of do what you want. I'm also hearing that for some of you, there is a freedom in your work. So because I think for some of you, okay, I think this is going to split off into two ways again. So for some of you that are kind of venturing out onto a new path in your work, you may find that you're picking a path that actually gives you more freedom to be able to express your true talents and skills, and you're not being confined to, what like your boss or, the company wants you to do. You could be kind of wanting to do your own thing. Others of you could also be, because of your new position, being kind of higher up on the ladder. So if you're like a CEO of something, you have more freedom to kind of make your own decisions and choices. Yes, it comes with more responsibilities. Oh, wow. Okay. That's what I'm hearing with the 10 of Wands. Maybe this new position also comes with some responsibilities. So there's a lot to kind of something to adjust to there. But I feel like with that, it's also a freedom of kind of you get to decide how you want to run things. you get to choose. And then I'm seeing for others of you that you could also be kind of gaining some freedom from just people in your life in general. So it could be like family or relationships, that if you're kind of breaking away or saying goodbye to people that have just kind of overstayed their welcome, that you may find yourself feeling a lot more free to have more time for yourself, feeling more like you can express yourself or you can be yourself. So there is also an opportunity for you're giving yourself, you're making space for that, for you to be more authentic. Okay, let's pick a relationship card here. Ooh. I'm hearing that with this card that kind of focusing on and putting your energy towards those whom truly, truly feed you, and like those relationships that feed you and nourish you. Like focusing on like knowing who really matters in your life and who's just kind of been taking. Embrace. Through each other, you find the missing pieces. Yeah. So there could be just kind of like, saying goodbye to the people that you know are not true friends or true partners, or, they don't have your best interest at heart. So kind of saying goodbye to them and then placing all your focus on yourself and on people in your life that have been there for you and who do support you, and having gratitude and appreciation, opening your heart for that. Yeah. Okay. That is your reading, Aries. It's going to be a lot of changes, but also a lot of really good changes. So it's kind of, being able to balance between the shift and the growth, the new beginnings. I think that it's really important to not forget to allow yourself some creative time to help you kind of be able to process all the different things that are happening around you. So I think that will be the best way to balance this shift. So, okay, Aries, I really like this month for you and I hope you enjoy it. And I will see you for September. Bye, Aries.